I'm going to make a statement, and then I'm going to ask a question. My statement is to Michael Thomas. You are big time. That's why you're one of the highest paid receivers in the world of football. Don't let these people start talking about your reputation and you are malcontent after you got your money, because it does not look good. Get the hell on the field and remind us how great you are, Michael Thomas. Now let me get back to you, Cam Jordan. I'm looking at the NFC, and they're talking about y'all, but they're saying that that proverbial 12th man is obviously why you guys have been so potent over the years. That clearly is not the case now that the pandemic has hit, and obviously crowds are either sparse or non-existent. When you think about Tampa Bay, when you think about Green Bay, Chicago, Seattle with the way Russell Wilson is playing, and of course the LA Rams on the come up, and we can't dismiss the 49ers. What are your thoughts about where you guys are in the big picture of the NFC, considering all of these people we've been talking about, particularly Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady? I know you got Drew Brees, but how do you guys view yourself at this moment in time?
We view ourselves as strong contenders. And when Mike Thomas comes back to the field, we know how great he plays. We know he plays as one of the best receivers in the game, and he even keeps that chip on his shoulder at all times. That's just who my dog is. That being said, our team focuses on winning each and every game. We could care less about outside views, but we're always trying to put ourselves in the best position to win. And not only win these games in regular season, but win in the postseason. That's what this season's about. We've got to be able to win. At the end of the day, I think you've mentioned earlier, it's not about the process, it's about results sometimes. We have to find a way to win.
Well, you won against the Chargers, and after the game, after the comeback win, you mentioned about Justin Herbert. This dude might be a force to be reckoned with for years. What did you see that impressed you so much about the Chargers' young quarterback?
I mean, he dropped back, 34 times in a game, 34 times in a game? I think we hit him, let's call it 18 times, 19 times, which means at some point, he still was stepping into that pocket and making big plays. And that's something that you sort of don't see a lot, being able to take that many hits and being able to still come in and sling it. And even him being, coming from Oregon, probably being the slowest Oregon quarterback to come out since before Dennis Dixon, but he's still rolling. I mean, slow for Oregon quarterback is a 4.6, 4.7. So that being said, he's rolling and he's threading the needle. He's got potential to be a big time player.
Cam, one of the things that we've talked about, whether talking about it or just lamenting it, is the situation involving COVID-19 and how we've seen teams testing positive, practice facilities being closed, things of that nature. I understand that the NFL obviously has some culpability, but I've been one to also point to the players only from this perspective. I know there can't be a bubble like the NBA had, but I do believe that every respective city should have some semblance of a bubble. A matter of fact, I was told that your coach, Sean Payton, as the season progresses, once the playoffs arrive, he is a guy that supports the idea of a bubble kind of atmosphere once it gets down to those final 6 teams or so, to basically make some people to make, call upon players and organizations to make a sacrifice so we don't have to worry about this come playoff time. How much culpability do you believe the players have in terms of some of these positive tests that have come up? And do you believe that the players should be seen in a different light in terms of being responsible and disciplined enough to exercise the due diligence to make sure there is no spread of COVID-19 amongst yourselves?
Look, this COVID-19 situation has been tough on everybody. It sort of gets you out of your whole routine. The variables that go into it day in, day out. Just think about, from chiropractors to masseuses to the body work that goes into it. Guys are sort of stepping out of building to try and get into a normal routine of taking care of themselves between games. You still have, guys with families who have kids that may go to school and not be in homeschool this year, but go to school and have all types of tangibles. So when you talk about, being on each and every guy, I think Sean has told us earlier, it's over 100 stories. Each person goes home every day. Each person goes through this thing where we have to be ahead and get that's what I'm saying. The man himself.
What's up?
So each person has to be careful in everything that we do.
That's right.
You heard the man himself say he's coming back next week.
What he say? Yeah, that's right. Come on back.
All right.
He said he's coming back next week.
Come back. Handle your business.
More of this.
Handle your business, Michael Thomas.
But just everything that it is for guys to stay focused and be a part of this elimination of stories. It's tough. So when you guys see teams popping up with positive COVID tests or false positive COVID tests or false negative positive, however this goes, it's all about just trying to eliminate some of the different variables that you can run into.
Right.
Cam, obviously a lot of crazy things are happening in the world right now aside from COVID-19. Talk about your relief efforts that you're doing to help those hurricane victims of Hurricane Laura and Hurricane Delta.
Yeah, I mean, partnered up with United Way, started a GoFundMe page where, I think we've raised over, I'd like to say somewhere close to $50,000 just towards putting money back into Lake Charles and the surrounding areas affected by Hurricane Laura and Hurricane Delta, where we're sort of just pushing, not only to get PPE there, not only to get water, food sources, whatever it takes, just trying to help, not only the state of Louisiana, but these cities that are affected by these hurricanes. The more we can do, we are a community. And at the end of the day, that positivity begets positivity. So it's all about just pushing love and
absolutely.
And
that is
that
a great philosophy to have. Cam, we appreciate you, all of your efforts. Thank you so much for being here with us, and have a nice week off.
Yo, man. I'm going to steal some of your hair to improve my hairline. I'm stealing some of your hair to improve my hairline, all right? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.